Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi! My name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, we are unboxing and taking a look at the Herbal Astrology Pocket Oracle, a 55 card deck and guidebook by Adriana Ayales with artwork by Josephine Klerks. This is published by Hay House, retailing for $14.99 in the US and $19.99 in Canada. Thank you so much to Hay House for sending this our way. And as always, in the description box below, I will link where you can legitimately purchase this should you want to. Now, let's get into it. This is one of my favorite oracle decks. I love utilizing it for astrology readings and just everyday readings. It's gentle, it's lovely, and you'll see why when we get into it. So, open an ancient portal to discover the powerful connection between the healing wisdom of plants and their astrological rulers with this unique 55 card deck, oracle, and guidebook. Each richly illustrated card depicts a sacred plant ally and its planetary correspondences, while the guidebook illuminates the traditional medicinal applications, ceremonial uses, spiritual messages, animal guides, and symbolic meanings associated with these important herbs, trees, flowers, and mushrooms. All right, so just to see a side-by-side, here's the original and here's the pocket size. I am excited. I think this is a great little pocket size. You are the medicine. Here's the bottom. Oh, cute. Look at that. I love a pocket deck. And it looks like we have all of the contents as the original. Fantastic. So introduction, working with it, we have the card spreads, and then it goes into each card meaning, but it's sectioned out. So we have herbs of the sun, the moon, Venus, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, the asteroids, and the lunar nodes. So this is a fantastic guidebook. There's so much information in here that can help you if you're just starting out or if you want a little deeper knowledge. It's just a beautiful deck. So I wanted to show you the spreads real fast. We have the cardinal cross of the medicine wheel, the present moment spread, the relationship spread, and the moon spread. And then it goes into each of the card meanings, and it looks like, yeah, it looks like it's the same information, just scrolling through. So let's get into it. And if you do not have the original and you like a pocket size, this might be for you. Here's the back. The illustrations are gorgeous. To me, there's a little bit of nostalgia in here, and I don't know what it is, but the art style gives me that. Cardstock is very flexible. It's not super thick. It's got a little bit of that wiggle room when it comes to the thinness of it. It's not super thin, but it feels like the cardstock of the original. And the size is a good size. I think this will shuffle really well. So we do have a number, the herb, and then a keyword regarding the herb, and then we have the planetary symbols up top. It's just a beautiful deck. It's very calming, it's very gentle, but it gets its point across. The intuitive hits are great too. And this is one of those decks for me personally that every time I use it, I pick up on something different in the art. It's just stunning. This card in particular is giving very much whimsy goth. I love it. And at the end of this video, I will show you the side-by-side comparisons of the original card and this one. Oh, I love chamomile. Yeah, this feels like a really good size. It's not super tiny, So I feel like it will shuffle pretty well. And with a smaller deck, I want a thinner cardstock so I can shuffle and manipulate the cards easier. But that's just me personally. Everybody has their specific preferences when it comes to cardstock and their reason for it. I'm pretty much on the team the thinner the better because of how my hands get when I'm shuffling. So it's a little bit more strenuous for me to have to shuffle a lot of a thicker cardstock deck. But it doesn't mean I don't love a nice thick cardstock. I just don't want it paper thin. I love this one so much. Peacock. Lavender. This is one of my favorites. Lavender, rosemary, and chamomile. I use those quite a lot. And cinnamon. Of course, you've got to use your cinnamon. I'd be interested to know what your favorite herb is down in the comment section below of this video. I've been meaning to try cat's claw. I was going to say, this is one of my favorite herbs too. And if you say it in the comments, say gardening. Yeah, we gotta sneak around the YouTube warnings. The art is just beautiful. I love it. And the guidebook is so rich in information. I was very impressed with it the first time that I unboxed the original. And it's been a go-to deck for me. It's very healing too. And you'll notice a lot of tarot symbolism throughout the art too. Oh, lemon balm. I have a bunch of that growing right now. I'm so excited. I grew it from seeds. I'm going to try it as a tea. All right. Let's see how this shuffles. Okay. Yeah, pleasantly surprised. With any kind of pocket deck or mini deck, it's going to take a little getting used to on how to shuffle it and what's going to work best for you. But so far, I'm not having any issues. Let's try it this way. Yeah, okay. And we already got a card to read here. We're going to read for that one. But yeah, this is nice. Okay, I like the size. And we're going to read for Lion's Mane Leadership. Okay, it gives us the Latin name here that I am not even going to try to pronounce, and upright keywords, sacred masculine, leadership, ambition, provider, strong-willed, and spiritual power. Reverse keywords, egotism, vanity, self-interest, lack of intention, forceful apathy. And then we have the astrological ruler, Mercury and Uranus. Lion's mane has been used as a food and medicine for well over 2,000 years in the high mountain regions of Asia. Its nicknames include bearded tooth or pom-pom mushroom. In traditional Chinese medicine, it is referred to as Hao Tao Gu. Hopefully, I pronounced that correctly. I do apologize if I did not. Or monkey head mushroom. And in Japan, it is called Yamabushi shiitake. During China's dynastic periods, Buddhist monks were said to use lion's mane as a nutritive food and in tea to enhance focus and brain power during meditation. In traditional Chinese medicine, lion's mane was used to combat qi or qi, life force deficiency, nurture the liver, spleen, lung, heart, and kidneys, nourish the gut, and even fight cancer. Modern scientific research has proven that lion's mane is a nutrient-dense fungus with many healing properties, such as stimulating the growth of neurons in the brain and helping with neurological conditions. Lion's mane has the ability to assist nerve growth factor, which enables the brain to heal itself, thereby assisting with cognition, memory retention, and mental performance. I feel like this is adding me and attacking me right now, telling me I need lion's mane in my life. The way in which this nutritive fungus is capable of expanding perception and mental skills is attributed to the powers of Mercury. Also known as the messenger of the gods, Mercury is a great communicator. Representing brilliance, intelligence, and the free flow of energy, lion's mane is also governed by the sun, as it's a great provider of vitality, longevity, resilience, and adaptability. Guidance. The lion is a symbol of power, animus, the primordial essence within the sacred masculine that expresses itself as relentless determination, ambition, focus, and will. When we meet lion's mane, we immediately feel regal and generous presence. When out of balance, vanity and overconsumption block the flow of love coming in to inspire ambition. Power isn't powerful when you put others or yourself down. You are a wielder of raw power and may be destructive if consequences are overlooked. Lead your life from a place of compassionate leadership, and the rest will follow. So, one of my favorite things about this is how much information it packs in such a little space. If you didn't know anything about the herb, it gives you a little back history or lore about it, and then it goes into why it is the energy of the card. So, highly recommend this deck if you are into astrology, herbalism, all of the above. It's just a beautifully done deck. It's rich. Its color palette is gorgeous. The quality is great for a pocket deck. Yes, I absolutely think that this is worth it.
So this is editing Natasha
doing a voiceover because apparently my mic just didn't want to cooperate with me today. So I do think that this is a fantastic deck for the price tag, and if you are someone who doesn't want to spend the money on the original and just wants to try out the pocket size for the price difference, I think that's a fantastic alternative to do so. That way you can really know if you're going to love it or not. The comparison here is great. So the size difference is not that big of a difference. You can see that it's similar size to the original, as well as the detail is phenomenal. You can still see everything that you need to see in the little pocket size too. So I'm just really impressed with the quality. I really like that it is a great size to work with, but it travels well. This is a great deck to take traveling. I always travel with a pocket size deck now when I go anywhere, and I'm excited to utilize this instead of my original because now I feel like I can pack it better. Please let me know all of your thoughts down in the comment section below, and thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you so much to Hay House for sending this deck my way. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you will never miss an upload from me, and it helps me out with the algorithm god. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye!